From trying to get a weapon onto an airplane to paying thousands of dollars per day on some nasty habits, these are stupid mistakes that cost NFL players millions. Let's kick things off with arguably the greatest defensive player in NFL history. Ray Lewis was soaring high in the NFL in 2000. He was unstoppable, making Pro Bowl after Pro Bowl and even winning the Super Bowl with his beloved Baltimore Ravens. But he also got himself in heaps of trouble following his first Super Bowl victory in the year 2000. Right after the Super Bowl, Ray found himself as a suspect in a double murder case. And then, Ray made a really dumb move. Instead of cooperating fully with the authorities, he decided to play hide and seek with the truth by lying about his alibi. Bad choice, Ray. The NFL, always the strict parent, was furious and slapped him with a whopping fine of $250,000. Ouch. That's enough to pay my rent for 10 years. Well, Ray had no choice but to cough up the dough and hope nobody noticed the giant hole burning in his wallet. But fear not, because Ray bounced back like a champ. He dominated the league for 12 more years, making quarterbacks tremble in their cleats. He piled up so many awards he could have started a trophy shop. Pro Bowler? Check. Defensive Player of the Year? Check. And let's not forget the sweetest victory of all, another Super Bowl win in 2012. But if you think that Lewis was dumb for lying to legal authorities, then you will be shocked by some of the other numbskulls in our video. Travis Henry, the NFL's unfortunate money drain. His career was filled with poor decisions that cost him a fortune. Starting with the Buffalo Bills in 2001, Travis showed promise as their top rusher. But losing his starting position was just the beginning of his financial misfortune. After demanding a trade, he landed with the Tennessee Titans. However, they released him right before paying a massive $8.3 million roster bonus, leaving his pockets emptier than a fumble in the end zone. Travis's ill-fated journey led him to the Denver Broncos, who handed him a jaw-dropping $22.5 million contract over 5 years. Yet, his poor choices caught up with him again. Failing multiple drug tests, he was promptly released, watching millions of dollars slip through his fingertips like slippery pigskin. As if that weren't enough, Travis's bank account took another hit in the child support department. With 11 children from 10 different women, his annual payments amounted to a staggering $170,000. It was like a financial blitz from all angles. Damn, Travis, ever heard of a condom? I mean, I know they can be a bit uncomfortable, but at a certain point you gotta think he would have learned his lesson. But he isn't the only running back that got himself into financial trouble. Adrian Peterson, the legendary running back, found himself in a financial predicament due to ill-advised investments. Seeking to grow his wealth, Peterson ventured into investments that proved to be less than stellar. As his ventures faltered, he resorted to additional loans, trapping himself in a cycle of mounting debt. Despite earning an impressive $102.8 million throughout his illustrious career, Peterson's loans came with a staggering interest rate, accumulating approximately $2,207 per day. It was a financial burden that grew faster than a cheetah on roller skates. In an unfavorable turn of events, the Erie County Supreme Court ruled against Peterson, ordering him to pay the substantial sum of $8.3 million. It was a financial blow that left him scrambling to regain stability and might be a reason why the former superstar still hasn't announced his retirement. Why the heck was this guy taking loans when he made over $100 million in salary? I mean, I know he had to pay taxes on that, but still, what was he buying? A private jet made of gold? Up next, we have a player that decided to break the rules at the most inopportune time. The NFL takes its partnership seriously, and Brian Urlacher's case exemplifies their dedication to preserving those alliances and avoiding conflicts. During Super Bowl 41 Media Week, Urlacher took a seat donning his Chicago Bears uniform, but with a twist. He sported a vitamin water hat, which raised eyebrows. The catch was that vitamin water wasn't an official sponsor of the NFL, although Urlacher had a personal sponsorship deal with the brand. Despite the seemingly harmless choice of headwear, Urlacher found himself slapped with a hefty fine of $100,000. In ordinary circumstances, the fine would have been a mere $10,000. However, since Urlacher proudly displayed the vitamin water logo during the Super Bowl week, the NFL decided to multiply his punishment by 10 due to the extensive exposure. You could say the fine really watered down the excitement of the week for Urlacher. And he learned that the hard way, discovering that wearing a non-approved hat can cost you more than just a bad hair day. Or in Urlacher's case, a bad shiny head day. Honestly, I hope vitamin water paid the fine and compensated him handsomely for his efforts. Otherwise, Urlacher should have found the CEO and knocked him out in an elevator. Well, unfortunately, that leads us to number 11. Ray Rice's shocking mistake in February 2014 not only had severe personal consequences, but also cost him millions of dollars and shattered his NFL career. Once seen as a popular and image-conscious player, Rice's arrest on domestic violence charges left fans and teammates in disbelief. Initially, he received a light punishment with a 2-game suspension and a fine, which seemed like a mere tap on the wallet. However, when damning video footage emerged 7 months later, showcasing the disturbing truth, the tide swiftly turned against Rice. The Baltimore Ravens swiftly terminated his contract, severing the ties that had once bound him to the team. The consequences were severe. Rice lost his NFL career with no team willing to give him another chance. The financial blow was almost as devastating as the fist he threw at his fiance's chin. He lost lucrative endorsement deals and the potential to earn millions of dollars in salary. When you smash your fiancé in the face, you deserve to get kicked out of the league. And when you make great NFL videos like this, you deserve some smashes too. So smash that thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel, or I'll sell Indomitian Sue to your house. And I know you don't want that. If there were a contest to crown the dirtiest player in the NFL, Indomitian Sue would undoubtedly be a top contender for the title. In a sport known for its physicality and intensity, Sue takes it to a whole new level, often crossing the line with his aggressive play. He's actually been fined multiple times for his boneheaded actions, but one event stands out in particular. Back in 2013, as a member of the Detroit Lions, Sue wasted no time making a notorious entrance. In the very first game of the season, he delivered a low blow to Minnesota Vikings center John Sullivan, leaving everyone shocked. Many voices called for more than just a fine. They demanded a suspension, believing that Sue's actions warranted a more significant punishment. However, to their dismay, Sue managed to escape a suspension, leaving him with a colossal fine that made headlines. In fact, his $100,000 fine became the largest in on-field history, earning him a unique record that he probably didn't brag about. Indomitian Sue's aggressive style of play and his knack for pushing the boundaries may have earned him notoriety, but it also came with a hefty price tag. His stupidity surely left a super dent in his bank account. Some guys lose their money by breaking the rules. This next guy was just an awful investor. Rajib Rocket Ismail's business ventures have taken him on a costly roller coaster ride, leaving him with a string of failed businesses and a substantial dent in his finances. In fact, this genius holds the shameful title as worst businessman of any former athlete according to sports casting. After retiring from his successful football career, the former wide receiver tried his hand at various ventures, but none of them blasted off like his nickname Rocket suggests. In fact, the only thing about him that resembled a rocket after his retirement as a player was the speed at which his businesses would go bankrupt. From investing in a prepaid phone card dispensing machine to a rock and roll themed restaurant, a calligraphy business, and even a line of cosmetic surgery supplies, Ismail's entrepreneurial journey was marked by one failure after another. While Ismail's earnings from his last contract with the Dallas Cowboys reached a staggering $21 million over 7 years, his current net worth is estimated to be in the range of $1 to $5 million. The difference is a stark reminder of the financial toll his failed businesses have taken. Speaking of failed businesses, this next man didn't fare much better. Warren Sapp, who was a star defensive tackle for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Oakland Raiders, found himself in financial turmoil. In 2012, Sapp had to throw in the towel and file for bankruptcy, leaving a trail of creditors that ranged from the IRS to mothers of his children. What made Sapp's financial game plan collapse was a loan he took for a failed business venture aiming to build affordable housing in St. Lucie County. The final score? A whopping $6.7 million in debts. Sapp had scored 3 lucrative NFL contracts totaling over $76 million during his prime. With a generous annuity, a pension of around $1 million, a stack of assets worth $6.4 million, and additional income from endorsements, reality show appearances, speaking engagements, and a book deal, he seemed to be in the financial end zone. However, Sapp's extravagant lifestyle became his financial blindside. He splurged on luxuries like 240 pairs of Nike shoes and even bought a rug made from the skin of a lion. I guess home decor made from the flesh of an exotic jungle animal isn't a great financial investment. Shocking, right? Next up is a player that did something so dumb in an airport that you would think his head was as hollow as a football. Shawn Rogers, known for his solid but not overly dominant performances, had a rather unforgettable airport experience in Cleveland. As he prepared to board a plane, security discovered a surprising addition to his carry-on bag: a handgun. The NFL didn't take this incident lightly and slammed Rogers with a jaw-dropping $400,000 fine. Who knows why this man thought he needed a handgun on an airplane? Either way, Rogers' costly blunder taught him that packing heat in your carry-on is never a good game plan. It's a lesson learned the hard way, both for his wallet and his reputation. Perhaps next time he'll opt for something less bang-tastic in his carry-on luggage. Rogers had no one to blame but himself. But at number 6, we have a guy who blamed his advisor for his financial collapse. Clinton Portis, the former Broncos and Redskins running back, was caught in a whirlwind of financial turmoil, leaving him grappling with the weight of colossal debts. Despite once signing a staggering $50.5 million NFL contract in 2004, Portis' financial journey took a dramatic turn. After retiring from the game, Portis was forced to confront the harsh reality of bankruptcy with millions of dollars lost in ill-fated investments. The numbers themselves paint a grim picture of his financial predicament. From owing $412,000 in domestic support to 4 women to facing a daunting $390,000 debt to the IRS, the financial blows kept coming. The MGM Grand Casino demanded $287,000, the Borgata claimed $170,000, and even Portis' own mother sought repayment of $500,000. In a troubling twist, the downward spiral continued. In 2019, Portis found himself among a group of ex-NFL stars facing charges of healthcare fraud, adding to the mounting legal and financial burdens. The following year, he faced additional allegations of wire fraud, compounding his already dire circumstances. Rumor has it Portis considered murdering his financial advisor for his incompetence. And to be honest, we wouldn't have blamed him. No matter how fast you can run, clearly you can't escape debt. Next up is a player that proved that drugs can cause great stress even to those who are rich and famous. Rarely do running backs command such high draft selections given their often short-lived careers and the abundance of talent available. However, Jamal Lewis defied expectations and caught the attention of NFL executives with his exceptional skills. The Baltimore Ravens, captivated by his abilities, made a bold move by selecting him as the 5th overall pick in the 2000 NFL Draft. Lewis didn't disappoint. In his rookie season, he showcased his talent by rushing for an impressive 1,364 yards and scoring 6 touchdowns. His success continued, and in just 4 years, he led the league in rushing yards with a remarkable 2,066 yards in 2003. Unfortunately, in 2004, Lewis faced a significant setback. He pleaded guilty to drug charges and served a 4-month prison sentence. Upon his release, he faced the additional blow of a hefty $760,000 fine. Despite the challenges, Lewis made a triumphant return to the field, playing for another 4 years and consistently delivering strong performances with multiple 1,000-yard seasons. And we can only hope he spent his money a little more wisely after learning his lesson the hard way. At number 4, we have one of the most exciting players to watch in football history. Unfortunately, he had a hobby that didn't exactly turn out to be lucrative for him. This former Falcons quarterback has experienced quite the roller coaster ride in his life. Back in 2001, he landed a whopping $62 million contract to showcase his skills on the field for the Atlanta Falcons. However, the game of life threw him a curveball. In 2007, Michael Vick found himself embroiled in a dogfighting ring scandal, leading to his imprisonment and a significant dent in his reputation. It was a time when his dreams were intercepted and he had to face the harsh consequences of his actions. While behind bars, he even had to file for bankruptcy, making it clear that financial touchdowns were not in his favor. But as they say, every game has a halftime, and Vick wasn't one to stay down for long. In 2009, he made an unexpected comeback to professional football, showing the world that he was ready to tackle the challenges head-on. Yet, the ghosts of his financial past continued to haunt him. With debt soaring over $17 million, Vick faced an uphill battle to regain financial stability. Even after retirement in 2017, the field of opportunities beckoned him. He took on the role of a spokesperson for the Humane Society of the United States, using his experiences to advocate for change and redemption. In the realm of sports broadcasting, Vick found a new arena to showcase his expertise. Fox Sports welcomed him with open arms, recognizing his insights as a valuable asset. He donned the hat of an analyst and football expert, proving that the game isn't just about what happens on the field, but also the knowledge and perspectives shared off it. Everyone deserves a second chance in life, but up next we have a player that didn't have such luck. Deuce McAllister, the celebrated New Orleans Saints star, reached extraordinary heights in his football career. In 2005, he became the NFL's second highest paid running back, securing a remarkable 7-year contract extension worth $50.1 million. The future seemed bright and prosperous. However, life can throw unexpected challenges, and McAllister faced financial setbacks that tarnished his success. Just 4 years after signing the lucrative deal, he was forced to file for bankruptcy protection. The cause? A failed car dealership venture that caught him off guard, leading to a tumultuous struggle to regain control. Nissan added to his troubles, suing McAllister for over $1.5 million due to the defaulted payments and exceeded credit limits dating back to 2000. It turned into a legal battle, with McAllister countering the claim by asserting that Nissan had taken advantage of his inexperience in the motor vehicle sales business. He argued that crucial information about the venture's profitability had been withheld, emphasizing the challenges faced by a young professional athlete navigating unfamiliar territory. To compound his financial woes, McAllister's home in Lulling suffered a similar fate. Whitney National Bank seized the property, asserting that he owed them a significant $1.8 million on the mortgage. In 2011, the house was unceremoniously auctioned off, fetching $880,000, leaving McAllister without much to show for his prolific career besides an assortment of excruciating injuries. Whoops! Following Deuce, we have a player listed in our second spot in our video of shameful financial mistakes that NFL players made. Lawrence Taylor, the iconic New York Giants linebacker known as LT, experienced a tumultuous journey both on and off the field. Despite his remarkable talent, Taylor's personal struggles led him down a path of financial ruin. During his peak, Taylor's battle with drugs took a heavy toll on his finances. He reportedly spent exorbitant amounts amounting to thousands of dollars a day to fuel his addiction. Additionally, he ventured into entrepreneurship, launching a $10 million company that unfortunately fizzled out. The legal repercussions of his actions further added to his financial woes. In 1998, Taylor's arrest on drug charges proved to be a turning point, ultimately leading to his bankruptcy. He faced the consequences of his actions, including a 5-year federal probation for filing false tax returns and evading taxes in 2000. Taylor's troubled personal life also made headlines. In 2004, he admitted to spending a staggering $1,000 per day on escort services, revealing a reckless pattern of behavior that further strained his financial stability. He acknowledged frequently calling upon 6 prostitutes in a single day. And we don't know if we are more disappointed in him or impressed with that acknowledgement. Ironically, at the height of his career, this maniac was the highest paid defensive player in the entire league. His talent and contributions to the game earned him a lucrative $4.6 million deal with the NFL in 1990, accumulating an estimated $50 million in earnings throughout his career. Taylor is clearly living life on the wild side, and it sure is costing him. But last but not least, we have the wildest beast in NFL history. This guy is so crazy that no team will sign him anymore. And he has been punished more by the NFL than by any other player in history. We're talking about the one and only Vontaze Burfict. Vontaze Burfict's career in the NFL has been marked by a series of costly missteps, both on and off the field. His reckless behavior has come with a hefty price tag as his financial losses have piled up over the years. With a total of 22 games missed due to suspensions, Burfict has sacrificed a significant portion of his career, equating to approximately 19% of his playing time. These suspensions have resulted in a staggering loss of $4.6 million in salary alone. Could you imagine losing 20% of your career earnings because you repeatedly attempted to decapitate employees of other companies within your industry? But it doesn't end there. Burfict's repeated violations of the league's rules have also resulted in 9 separate fines, amounting to $411,000 in total. These fines, coupled with the lost salary, have pushed his financial losses well beyond the $5 million mark. From striking opponents and engaging in unnecessary roughness to targeting defenseless players, Burfict's rap sheet is extensive. His actions have not only tarnished his reputation, but have also depleted a significant portion of his hard-earned earnings. There you have it. Those were the stupid mistakes that cost NFL players millions. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more NFL content. Also, check out the video currently up on your screen to keep the good times rolling.